According to the Education Data Initiative, the average master's degree costs around $60,000, which is crazy. Today we're going to be sharing with you 5 online master's programs that cost way less, come from reputable, accredited schools, and some of which you can graduate in under 6 months. Unless you're a nurse, there's really only one option for you at Purdue University Global, and that's their MBA. But an MBA online in a competency-based program is kind of a rare thing, and it's really cool. Competency-based just means that you can take courses at your own pace. There's usually just one final you have to pass, and then you move on to the next course. They charge $2,833 for a 10-week term, plus a $295 fee, and during that time, you can knock out as many courses as you have the time to do. Unlike some competency-based schools, they do a little bit of a mix where there's 1 or 2 standard-style courses where you do have like weekly homework, and it's a pretty normal online experience, but the rest of the classes are all competency-based. I've heard some students complain about the internal system. Some of them feel like Purdue is purposefully trying to slow you down so you'll have to take more terms with them, but even if that happens, you're still going to save a bunch of money. You're still going to graduate extra fast, and to be honest, they are rated pretty well on niche.com. But probably the most exciting thing here is that Purdue name. Some of you guys are not going to care whatsoever, but for those of you who do and you want an extra cool diploma on your wall, something that says Purdue University Global is going to be a little bit cool. Southern New Hampshire University is a good school. They have a ton of masters to choose from. I think like over 100 different ones, including a lot of crazy specializations and focuses. Like instead of just education, we have online teaching, reading disabilities, cybersecurity, data analytics, English, creative writing, an MFA, web design, public health, psychology, an MBA, and just a gazillion other ones. They're also really affordable at $637 per credit hour, which for a 36 credit hour degree is going to run you about $23,000. Oh, and several of their master's degrees are only 30 credits long, which means it's going to be even cheaper. Fees and materials per class do tend to vary. Expect to pay a little bit of money for books and stuff like that, but they don't have a application fee, they don't have a graduation fee, and their courses are very well put together. Like there's a very organized structure. They're standard, not competency based, so you are going to have homework every week. You'll probably have discussion boards with classmates, and you'll probably have more interaction with your professor. They're rated very well. They have about 39% of students graduating from their school as a whole, which is better than most online schools. And they have 5 10-week terms for their master's classes. You can take 1 or 2 classes at a time, which means that you could potentially wrap this up in like 15 months. So overall, solid school, great degrees to choose from, great master's program. I definitely recommend. Now, if you want a top tier educational experience, like I would call these guys basically one of the Ivy Leagues of online school. Arizona State University is a phenomenal choice. Now, I am going to caveat this. Their MBA is weirdly expensive at the regular average $60,000, which is high for an online program, but most of their other online masters are going to cost between $18,000 and $30,000, which is much more reasonable. They have a lot of master's degrees to choose from, and they're part of a lot of initiatives online, like partnering with Study Hall and with Hank Green to try to make college more affordable for everybody. And despite being less than half the price of an average master's degree, they are really highly ranked. US News Ranking and Reports puts them at number 4 overall for all online colleges. That means that their students do well. It means other colleges respect them, basically kind of like a game respects game kind of situation. They've got good outcomes, good customer service, good professors, everything. And a lot of their master's degrees only require 30 credits as well. So if you stay consistent and steady, even though there's not really any way to hack credits at ASU, you can still go and finish in easily under 2 years. Pretty similar to the 15 months at SNHU. Oh, and in case you were wondering, students seem to really like it as well. They have scored really highly in almost every single category in niche.com. Professors were knowledgeable and direct with their learning materials, great school, military friendly, knowledgeable professors, self-motivation. Overall, the programs and classes are set up perfectly to give you the best chance of passing. Really, the big draw with ASU is that it is not only affordable, but you're going to have a great learning experience. Liberty University excels at 3 things, and number 1 is price, because they only charge $565 per credit hour, which is wild. They do have a $349 tech fee per semester, and some courses that need extra software are going to have like an extra $114 on top of that. But even still, you're going to be graduating for like $20,000 on average. And they have 93 master's degrees to choose from, plus literally hundreds of specializations. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a selection like this before. And then third, we've talked about this before on this channel, but their customer services seems to me to be basically unparalleled in higher education. And then, we'll just throw in a fourth. You can transfer in up to 50% of their master's degrees, and they'll let you basically hack up to half of their master's degrees too. So you can go into their Experience Plus portfolio and look at certain classes that are in your master's degree and say, oh, I already know this. Upload some resumes, maybe write a paper, get a work log, get a certification, whatever, and go in and get assessed and see if you can just automatically be granted that credit. I literally did that exact thing for my PhD with them, and I earned 14 credits that way. And if you do, that can mean turning a $20,000 master's degree into a $10,000 master's degree. And while they don't have the academic reputation that a school like ASU has, they are definitely loved by their students, and they're one of the best master's level colleges out there. And number one, I think the fastest master's degree option out there online right now for you busy adults is going to be Western Governors University. They have a lot of degrees to choose from, but they tend to factor into like 4 specific categories. Healthcare, which will include public health and a lot of focus on nursing. They're going to have masters in education. They're going to have business, and they're going to have some master's degrees in computers, including cybersecurity, data analytics, IT, stuff like that. Now, as far as pricing, they, like Purdue, are a competency-based school, but they do a even better job than those guys because they charge about $4,000 to $5,000 for a term, but their terms are 6 months long. That's the equivalent of like $25 a day, which is a steal. So basically, the faster you go through the courses, the less you pay, but you're already not paying that much. Now, they do tend to have like a technology/book fee per term. And you're probably thinking, well, yeah, of course, there had to be a catch. But that fee is only $200. WGU on niche.com is also rated 4.7, which is one of the highest scores that I've seen there from any school. And whenever I've called them and talked to their customer service, they're always like super happy and super excited about WGU. And most of them are trying to get degrees at WGU while they're working there. And they just seem to really be on mission and super excited about helping students, which is awesome. Bad news, they don't accept international students, just US citizens. Sometimes Canadians can sneak in. And so if you're international, you're going to want to pick one of these other schools. But if you can get in, it is a phenomenal deal. Though, like with any competency-based program, you've got to stay personally motivated, because if you're waiting for somebody to come along and kick you in the butt, sure, you might get a call every week or so from your advisors like, hey, how's it going? But in the end, it is up to you to succeed or fail in that situation. At the end of the day, nobody is looking over your shoulder. So there you go. The 5 fastest/best/least expensive master's degrees online for busy adults. Hope that you've enjoyed. If you want help picking the school that is right for you, we really enjoy doing one-off sessions with potential master's degree students and helping them find a school that has the right classes that'll get them the experience they need. Should I have a thesis? Should I not have a thesis? Which is better for me, Liberty or SNHU? Should I, get a slightly different master's degree? Do I have to stay really specific here? We love handling those kinds of theoretical questions. It's a blast to sit around and talk about it. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, go to our website, linked below, find the email address, shoot us an email, and we will set up a way to be able to have that conversation with you. Thanks for watching, and happy hacking.